Hey, bestie.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of
Let's Talk Pendejadas.
But what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode. As you guys can see, we have a little special guest, Lauro.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my gosh, how are you feeling?
I'm so good. Girl, I'm hot.
Dude,
Oh my
we
God,
were
just
filming
same. It's okay.
TikToks before this bitch, and I was like, girl.
Yeah, literally.
In these costumes, I swear.
No wonder they call social media a job, bitch. I'm tired.
It's a whole workout for me.
Literally. But dude, how exciting. We have been trying to get you on this motherfucking podcast for a fat ass minute.
I know. Nunca se pudo. Nunca se
Ay,
pudo.
dude, I feel like there needed to be like a right moment, and this was the right moment to do
Literally,
it.
girl.
Low key. I feel
Literally.
like everything kind of just puzzled in together, and it was just perfect. So I'm super fucking excited to have you here.
I know. I'm so happy to be here. Literally, guys, I've been watching their podcast since it came out, and I'm obsessed. I've been a fan. I've been a huge fan. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, yeah.
I'm
I
like,
love
to
it.
many more.
Oh,
Gets the podcast canceled.
I'm like, let's start. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I'm super excited to be here. And I love Irma and Danny individually. They're so nice. And they're honestly like such a good vibe. I feel like I resent what the fuck?
I fucking hate that.
I feel like I hate them so
We're
much.
gonna
No,
end
I'm
up
just
like
kidding.
Billy here. Don't worry.
No, literally. Guys, let's introduce Billy though.
Oh yes, Billy. Sorry, we forgot about you. It's because you're not making any noise.
Yeah,
honey.
you know, like
Sorry.
come on,
Say something, bitch.
No, but yeah.
No, but yeah, you guys, we're super excited to have Lauro here. It's been a fucking fat ass minute that we've been wanting to have him here. Like, we were talking so many, like, since last year, see or no?
No, yeah.
Since the first season, what happened? It was, we were at Boiling Crab.
Yeah,
Oh my
it was
God,
like
we
the first time
were.
they brought up the podcast, and then they're like, "Would love to have you on." Like, you guys didn't even like start it yet, huh?
No,
like,
we
it was, like, in
didn't.
the
We were
talk.
just talking
And
about
then
it.
it was a conversation, and then it just never really worked out. Like either bad timing or like the days that they would have like me as a guest, like I wasn't able to, and it just
It was
kept
just
being
too
pushed
much.
back.
It
It
was
kept getting
just a
pushed
lot
back.
of
so-
timing. We were all really booked and busy
Yes,
because we're
being
stars over here.
workers.
So you know you have to live that. That's a wine dropping. Oh my god. Yeah, look. Okay. This is a scary episode.
Due to technical difficulties, the next few minutes of the episode, the audio did lose its quality. Sorry in advance.
Oh my god, girl, that motherfucking chaos. Dude, that was like crazy.
Like, as soon as we were, like, already chilling and about to, like, start and shit, another fucking problem gotta start. Like, what the fuck, man?
Like, that just made me sweat like fucking 3 minutes.
Literally,
Dude,
but-
Nami just sitting here watching you.
You're like, what do I do?
I have not lifted my
It's okay. We were like, why isn't he cleaning up?
I'm the guest.
You're like, the guests don't do that. No, but you guys, before that whole ass thing, I wanted to give kind of like a moment to Lauro to kind of tell us what he is. But here on the podcast, I hate asking people like, who are you? Like, girl, like sometimes at an interview, I don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I have different personalities. That's
Sometimes I don't even know how I even feel or who I am that day. So it's kind of like, what am I?
So what is a Lauro?
Lauro's a gay boy. No, Lauro is a little Texas gay boy. You know, she's that girl.
She's that girl.
Hollywood.
No, but she's also very like respectful woman.
She's
I love that.
respected. She's appropriate.
No, yeah, she's a Texas.
She's
gay girl.
cute. She's cute. Okay. Alrighty, you guys. So, how have you been though? Like, I feel like it's been a fat ass minute that we haven't kind of like hanged out.
Yeah, I feel like every time I see y'all,
We're drinking.
Have been like at events.
Yes.
Like nothing like
casual sit down.
Let's just like
The
fucking
last time we did
brief,
like
girl.
No, yeah, the last time we did like a whole like sit down was probably when you made us fucking spaghetti that day.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what
Guys,
let me
if
tell
guys-
you.
Oh my god! If you guys have seen, Adam had posted on his YouTube. We made the green spaghetti that I found out from like Texas. That shit's so good. Like, no, I'll be the judge.
No, it was bomb as fuck when I had seconds.
Definitely worth like seconds,
No,
thirds,
was-
fourth spins, bro.
Literally.
Like,
I can't wait.
so good.
What is like, okay, let's see. What's the secret recipe? Now we gotta.
Yeah,
I like my caca.
Like y'all would never know.
No, that shit was bomb. It was like a nice spicy.
Yes.
It was
so
weird because it was
creamy.
green.
I made it better. Like,
No way.
I kid you not. Since then, I've perfected it. So
We
like,
need to
we
come
need to make you guys
again.
some. I
We
to
need
make
another
some.
dinner. We need another hangout like that because
I be saying we like as if Adam does it. Like,
I'll just give him the credit. I'm sure when you filmed the video, you were like, babe, you don't have to do
dude,
it
no,
like this.
nosotros were like 50-50. I'm like, dude, for real.
I'm like, girl, at this point, it's 90% me.
I'm like, who's peeling the poblano?
Who's
No,
roasting
yeah,
on
I
you?
don't. Adam's really good at making pasta though. So like, he's in charge of like only the pasta. I'm in charge
Okay.
of the
I
sauce.
love that. It's just
Okay.
pasta is key because it's like I don't know. I personally like my pasta like a little soft, but like you know,
But Adam likes it a little bit like on the like barely soft, and I like it on the super soft side.
Oh,
So-
okay. Like,
so
well done.
Yeah, so I'll be like, okay, babe, serve yourself, and I'm gonna keep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna let it get softer though. Like,
Yeah, you're like, I'll wait up until it's done. I don't like to eat any raw dog. Ah.
No, yeah.
You're like, unless it's at night. Ah. That's the only raw I take.
But yeah, I feel like I'm so glad that we finally are able to have this, because I feel like even at that, like we've always been like in a big group too. Like even if it's just like an additional like 2-3 more people,
Right,
like
but
It's always not just like us vibe. I feel like even when we first hang out, we always vibed.
Yeah.
Like it was never different. Like I feel like you guys knew us, we knew you guys. Like it was never very like
never like
mutual.
hard to like.
Like we could always be kikiing with each other and no
Yeah.
problem. Like we know where the party is.
Yeah, literally,
I'm
we
like,
are
I
the
love
party.
it. Mucho corazón.
Y'all have always been super cool. Like ever since I first moved out here, you guys sincerely like have been such a good vibe. Like at first I was like scared to even become friends with anybody.
No way.
But y'all were like one of the first people that I fucked with. Like
Oh, period. Well, we still fuck with you. Ah.
I'm like, are you sure?
Are you sure? Because I've been hearing.
Irma's been giving me like.
Wait, are you sure? You're not confusing her? She's been trying to kiss you all day.
He listened to my titties earlier. I was kidding.
Like, damn, Granny, you're looking real. Dude, we didn't even touch base on our costume.
Oh, I know.
Right.
You guys, can you
Yes,
guys
we are.
guess?
Yes.
Comment down below before we do
Which
anything.
is all obvious.
Before we. Am I your nana?
Am I the Red Riding Hood? Yes, I
My big
am.
old bad wolf.
Ah, the bad one. Ah.
Just kidding. Yeah, for y'all listening at home and aren't seeing this, we're currently wearing Red Riding Hood outfits. I'm the wolf, the big bad wolf.
And I'm your grandma.
And I'm Little Miss Red Riding Hood.
Well, you know, the grandma that I'm kind of going for, have you guys ever seen Red Hooked? Or something like that?
No.
It's the cartoon version
It's the
of it,
cartoon
right?
of the granny version. So like, it's kind of like you've seen Scream, right?
Yeah.
And then the
Parody.
parody of Scary Movie.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the parody of Little Red Riding Hood.
Shut up.
Yeah, and the grandma's like a fighting bitch, and she's like, ooh, ooh, and she's all fighting the wolf.
Wait, in
Oh, it's called Red Hook.
A Red Hook.
Red
Yeah.
Hook? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
dude, you should
funny.
watch it. It's a funny cartoon. You should watch it when you're on
Spooky vibes.
spooky vibes. I think it's like a really good
I
movie.
think it is. It's like a comedy, spooky.
It's a
like-
child movie for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
But
For
I
sure.
feel like because it's like a parody of like a normal story that ya conocemos,
Yeah.
it's kind of
I
like,
feel like
okay.
parodies
It's
you
funny.
can never go wrong with though. Like I've always loved parodies of movies. Like I just feel like they've always slapped at shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like when they did the paranormal parody on Scary Movie.
Oh my god,
Like
yeah.
that was like
Oh,
like,
wait,
Paranormal
which
Activity
one?
vibes. I think that was like 3.
The haunted house one? Is that
Was
what
it
it was
the-
called?
Oh no.
With the actor
Okay.
from White Chicks?
Oh.
Was it that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that one was good. That one
Wait,
was really
what
good.
was it called though? It was like, it wasn't a scary movie like the actual scary movie.
It was just like
it was-
a parody vibe.
Yeah, it was a parody, but what was it called? I don't know,
I
guys.
don't know. It was one of
Y'all
those
know. Let me know in the
spooky vibes.
comments.
Yeah.
But overall, overall, though, how have you been?
I've
How's
been so
life? How
good.
have you been mentally and everything?
Mentally, I feel like sometimes they could be here and there, but I mean
Right.
that's everybody. You know?
I feel like, yeah.
Everyone has issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have issues.
There's like times where I'm like, fuck, I like miss my family, or like
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like alone, but that's normal, especially being away from
Yeah.
like all your
How
family.
is that? Do they stay communication at least with you? You guys like
Yeah,
call
my
and stuff?
my mom's the one that calls me a lot. Like she's the one that like randomly I'll just get a call and I'm like, oh, it's my mom,
Yeah.
and then I'll talk to her for like a good few minutes. She's me out for a few minutes, and then
Aw.
just catch up or like see what she's doing. Or sometimes literally, bitch, she'll just be in the grocery store and she'll be talking to me like, I'm like, okay, girl, like.
She's like, yo voy a tener, you got el repollo también,
Dude,
chica.
no, she's the type of person that she'll be at the grocery store and she'll be like walking around, she'll bump into like 17 people. Like,
Stop.
and she'll have a conversation while I'm on the
She's
phone.
all famous?
She's
It's all on
literally
speaker?
famous. She's famous. Like,
Oh my god.
She's like, she's more famous than me.
literally, she'll bump into. It's because I'm from a small town, so like a lot of the people know each other.
Oh,
So
okay,
she'll
okay.
literally like, I'll be on the phone with her and she'll be at the grocery store. She'll be like, "Ay, mijo, hold on," and I'll be hearing their conversation. Like, "Y cómo está la comadre?" Like, she'll just
Yeah.
be going in on the
Like
TV.
the
And you're like, you know what, I'll just leave it on
No,
speaker.
literally, I'll be washing dishes. I'm like, okay, mom, feed me some more. I'm bored.
You're like, what's the chisme of the day, mommy?
Yeah.
But before we get started con todo el chisme about Lauro, we're gonna get started with one of the
Heart
My
attack.
granny, she needs resuscitation. I'm like,
Wait.
wait, life alert. I'm like, wait, I signed what's it called?
NDA.
No, no, not the prenup. I would never sign a prenup. In this old age, never. No, but what's it called?
Death note?
No, like, you know those, when you
will.
sign those signatures, no, not the will. When you sign those, when you're like, oh, if I die, like, I'm okay with dying. Like, don't resuscitate
me.
me. Don't resuscitate me, bitch. I'm at my old age, I'm good to die.
Yeah,
I'm
you know
sorry.
I'm already expired, babe.
That's expired.
I'm rotten milk, bitch.
You're like, I'm stinky already, bitch. I was like, just fucking throw me away.
The clods. Stop.
But let's go ahead and grab that wine.
Oh, we actually didn't lose a lot.
No, we
There's a lot
didn't.
in there.
Oh,
Okay,
girl.
so for this week's wine, Irma actually went to Trader Joe's and got a Phantom.
Dun, dun, dun.
We decided that we wanted to do like a spooky one. We were actually gonna do Witch's Brew. Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah,
that all over
yeah.
TikTok?
No, but when I
Oh.
saw you text me about it, I was like, I hope it's good.
Oh, dude, they sold out and they didn't have any because of TikTok. I
Yeah,
hate TikTok.
That's what happens when she goes.
I'm like, don't get it before I get it.
Exactly.
But I'm so excited to try this because it is a red wine.
Mhm.
Do you like red wines?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
You were telling us how you like sweet
Sweet,
wines
yeah.
but not bitter. Have you tried a bitter wine?
Yeah, no, yeah. I've came across like bitter wines before.
And they just.
I just don't have like it's not like an acquired taste to me.
Like you
I
just
don't
are like, oh, like
Yeah,
it's there, but like
it-
I don't
it
have to
doesn't-
drink
nothing
it.
to cheese it.
Okay.
I
I don't know why, but like I like bitter wine.
We've just got it. I feel like with each episode that we've drinking wine and wine, we've just adapted to that like bitterness taste.
Y'all are literally wine connoisseurs.
Dude.
No, I fucking love wine.
That's like the proper term to saying that
Right?
y'all are alcoholics.
Girl, when these mamas have kids, like, I understand the wine now. Like, I just thought wine, oh, just a little bit of juice, nothing too crazy, bitch. Now, after a glass or two, you're feeling a little something. So when those kids are asleep, I know damn well you're having a good
You know
time.
damn well, bitch. You're scared?
Oh my god, it looks like literally blood red. I love this.
Guys, when it fell on the ground, I kid you not, I thought it was like a scene, like a
Like a scene of a scary movie.
girl.
You're like, they have something under that
Oh my
coffee
God.
table.
I'm like, Danny, are you on your period?
Billy, you're gonna have a new partner
Look
soon.
at the web on his face.
Oh my god, bitch. I got motherfucking hard ass spider web. I'm sicker than I thought.
I'm like, it's spreading fast.
Stop, I'm fucking
I'm
dead.
like, it's going in your head.
I'm like, I'm sweating so much from all the laughter, you guys, and I don't know how I'm gonna sweat after I like this because, bitch, we always finish it. Okay,
It's a-
cheers.
The whole wine bottle?
Usually.
Okay.
It's because we have like a great time.
No, yeah, I'm down.
Okay,
All right.
let's try this, bitch. Oh, she smells good.
Smells.
She smells like juicy.
I'm like, wait, I spit it back out because y'all didn't try it yet.
Once again,
Oh, it
she's
is
better.
She's better.
She's like, fuck.
Yeah, she's like, damn, I'm fucking this.
She's on the bitter side.
Yeah, she is.
No, it's not bitter. It's dry.
Yes.
It is dry too.
You know what? I will say probably dry wines are like not the best ones for me personally, but you should drink it. You fucking
Yeah.
ain't gonna drink this shit.
You know what, Loki? I like it. I like to have a dry throat. You know, like, because then it gets moist later on. And it's just kind of like a moment, you know?
Period. No, yeah, I'm obsessed with wines that are sweet. This is something I probably wouldn't go for if I like initially saw it in the store and I was like, like, I just don't like the.
Do you have a favorite wine? Or do you kind of just like drink like just sweet
I
wines?
like Chardonnay's really good.
Chardonnay. is
Chardonnay
really good.
is
so
You know what? Since you like sweet wine, me and Irma have a couple of favorite sweet
yes.
wines that we need to take you to. Cause
For sure.
girl, that shit's
That sounds
bomb
good.
as
It's
fuck.
so good.
Like
Oh my
it
God.
tastes like orange juice.
Yeah.
I swear.
I'm like-
Night.
Dude, I never like go and get wine if I want. Yeah.
Really?
Like I've never.
You need to have wine parties with
I've
us.
never
Yeah.
ever had like a wine party. Mm-mm.
That's gonna be bomb.
Lauro,
Definitely
you
gonna
need
be
to
bomb.
fucking come with us. Like that is not okay for you
That's
to have a
not-
wine party.
That's
And you
fucking
know
up.
what?
And you're what, 24?
I'm 26.
26?
I'm 26. Yeah, I just turned 26.
Baby, you old.
Aren't you 25?
I am 25.
I'm like, you're not
But you
that.
know
What
what?
the heck, bitch? I'm like, give her the wig.
I'm gonna fuck you, bitch.
The afros of the wine a fucking times.
I'm like, bitch, you should have that wig on.
You're gonna end up like Billy, bitch.
No,
Me and Irma are gonna end up fighting. So I'm like, girl.
girl, did you just call me old.com?
I'm like, you're my favorite.
Did you see that episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians
Which
where Kylie was like, oh, you know, you're basically 30. And she's like, I'm 27.
Oh,
She's
you're
like,
too candles.
basically 30. I was like, girl, I would never caught that doing that to anybody. Ah.
That's fine. Me being a little bitch.
I'm like, Cancer
sorry.
Irma 2023. Ah.
No, it's okay. It's a
No,
part
but
of
you know
life.
what? It doesn't even feel like I turned 25. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
Have you felt it now that you're like 26 now?
There's some things. I'm like, girl, sometimes I'll be waking up in the morning and I'm like, ooh,
Chronic pain.
I can't get up. I'm like, girl, I can't
Dude,
get
I
up. No,
love
but
that.
that's usually on like night, after like a night out or
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be like, girl.
You feel like the hangovers
My
happen.
knees are giving out.
Ah.
You know what? That's me right now too. Let's not say. Let's not say.
It's a legit thing, but I mean, regardless, take your vitamins. You should be fine.
Yeah.
I haven't, so.
You're like, just don't follow me as an example. No, but like on a real note, me and Irma have been talking a lot about how like it just barely us turning 25 is like a midlife crisis for us right now
Yeah.
because girl, like I just can't like. I feel I don't know. I posted a TikTok today where we were like, people in our 20s think that we need to make our lives up and like we need to do this and we need to stay busy and we need to do this, and I'm like, fuck, like. Was I really supposed to do all this?
Yeah.
Like, where am I in life? Nowhere? Like,
My brother the other day, he called me and I was like, hey, what's up? We're catching up. He told me, oh, are you going to pull up like in October this month to Vegas? Like, I'm going to go for my birthday, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. So we're just talking and he brings up like, hey, like, do you plan on going back to school? And I'm like, yeah, but not like
Anytime
not
soon.
right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, girl, there's no like rush.
Rush.
Like, I feel like you could get it done right after high school. You can get it done when you're 50. And it's
Literally.
still-
Lauro, I
I'm like-
love that for you. You know what's so crazy? Because I was telling Irma the other day that
I'm not stupid, by the way. I'm pretty smart.
no, for sure. But like, I was telling Irma the other day that like,
I'm not stupid.
I'm not dumb.
you're like, I'm not an idiot. I know who the fuck I
I
am.
know where you're going with this.
Ah.
And I know you're going to tell me that you think you know my intelligence, but you don't.
You're like, I'm not an idiot. My IQ is higher than yours, Granny. You lived in the 80s.
Like, Ronnie, your fucking credit score's probably a 3 right now,
No, but I was saying to Irma the other day that like I feel like there shouldn't be a time frame for us to do absolutely anything.
Oh yeah.
girl.
There shouldn't be. Like, even if you really think about it, famous people, some other famous people don't get famous until like, they're like 30, 40,
Yeah.
even 50 years old. They don't even get discovered. You know? So, like, it's at your slow pace. It's at the time that you want to because, like, nobody else runs you. Like, who's gonna run me, girl? No one.
Yeah, no, there's no like deadlines for anything. And at the end of the day, like, as long as if you're doing good, you're staying, not like staying afloat. Like, I feel like you don't have to, I don't feel like you have to do things for other people.
Right.
As long as you're living your best life.
That's what I was telling him. I'm like, dude, I legit I'm gonna go back when I feel like I'm ready. And he didn't go back to school until like recently, and he's 30.
Oh, wow.
He's 31, so I'm like, why are you telling me? And I get it. He's probably like from experience, and he wants to.
Right. He should have done it
He's.
sooner.
I know he's looking.
It's good
out for me.
intentions.
There's
Right.
there's no malicious intent behind it, but I also feel like it's like, girl, like let me just take my time. You know, like
Yeah.
it's like I got time. I could wait and do it at my pace. And plus, right now, like I don't see myself going to school here. Like
Yeah.
when I go back home, at some point, I know I'm not gonna live in California forever.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna end up going back home, and I'm gonna have so much more free time on my hands. Like right now, I'm just like grind, like trying to like get that, and then secure something for myself, and then go back. Like
Like there's nothing wrong. That's
It is.
that's your life.
Exactly.
That's your life. It's
Exactly.
nobody else's life. It's your chapters, and it's all your own book.
Yes.
But that's now that we're talking about you're like right on.
like we're gonna write our own fucking story, girl.
You're like, where's the pen?
Oh.
I'm like, where's the feather?
Like where's the ink?
But
No.
sometimes, like, sorry, but do you, like, sometimes ever feel that pressure, like, from your family when you first, like, you know, like, when you first moved out here or whatever, did you feel, like, that pressure of, like, hey, are you gonna go to school soon or anything? Or, like, how was that?
My mom, I feel like, was the one that was like very like, oh, you need to make sure your education is like a priority. But I think that's like a lot of the
It's
like
a little-
older generations think like there's a lot of successful people that
For
have
sure.
not gone to school and like don't have a degree.
Mhm.
You know, like I can't name any of them.
Off the top of my head, but
I know, I'm sure.
Successful,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure some of them.
if you are one of them, please raise up.
Hello.
I told my mom like I'm gonna go back to school. Like I already have like 3 semesters. Like I'm pretty
Oh,
close to getting like my
Oh wow.
But I didn't just like not go to school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I went to school and then I took a break, but that break was extended and there was reasons. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
obviously like and then
Life happens.
and then the pandemic happened and I thought that was gonna be my perfect moment. So like if
Same.
I literally was outside of school for like maybe 2 years until the pandemic, and like I literally was gonna sign up for school, and I was like, "This is perfect," but it didn't work out for me. Like I genuinely was.
It was the online
Yeah.
classes, it wasn't it? Or
I
was
I wasn't taking any classes. Like I just didn't.
Oh.
I didn't apply for classes or whatever. But and then I ended up dating Adam, and then we ended up moving in together. So I moved from my town to
Over here.
a little bit up north. No, I moved with him up north in San Antonio, and then from San Antonio we moved here.
Oh yeah, you guys had your apartment out there first,
we
huh?
lived out there for like 6 months, and then we moved. Yeah.
Now we can go ahead and jump into it really quickly. So you were talking about Texas. So since you came from Texas, I want to know a little bit more from you and who you were in Texas. Because we only know the social media, Lauro. So we want to know the high school, the middle school,
Yeah.
the little child that probably went outside and go get ice cream.
Yeah.
Like,
The
girl, I want to know
fellow
all of that. I feel like that's always so fascinating to know about,
The
you know,
people's background,
background
like,
and
where-
stuff.
Exactly. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, so now what? No, just kidding. No, so before I got onto social media, it was like right before the pandemic, so I guess we'll start from there and go back. Before social media, I was working at T-Mobile. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was T-Mobile gang too.
I hate T-Mobile.
Same, dude. No, we have such similar like
Yes.
experiences. It's so crazy.
But
Like,
we'll get into that.
yeah. But I worked there, and then prior to that, I graduated 2015. I was 17 years old when I graduated, so I was pretty young. I went to school for a little bit, like maybe 3 years, back to back, which was pretty cool.
What did you want to major in?
I originally wanted to be I wanted to be a pharmacist. Prior to that, I wanted to be a fucking pilot. Like I wanted to be a pilot, but I'm blind, so I can't. Yeah, you have to have 20/20 vision to
Even
be
if
a
you
pilot.
get LASIK?
I'm pretty sure with LASIK it's like more accepted, but I don't have LASIK.
Yeah. So you're like, I'm not gonna do that.
And at the time I never really thought about LASIK either. I don't know why. I know it's such a life-changing experience.
You know what's so crazy? I never thought about LASIK
Neither.
at all. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have glasses
Now I
forever and
want
I'm
it.
okay. No, I literally love that I had LASIK. I feel like it changed my life. So like, if you have the opportunity to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's different and maybe you could be a pilot again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And take us around the world.
my dream to be a pilot though changed like afterwards. Like
okay.
it like I think because I knew I couldn't, like that dream
Just left.
ended. Yeah. Like it was
just
not-
shattered on the floor. I
No,
didn't want to
yeah,
pick
it
it
was
up.
just like one of those like, okay, I was like also pretty young when I wanted to be a pilot. Like
Right.
I was like in middle school, high school, that I was like playing fucking, I don't know if you guys knew this, but on Google there's like a stimulator, like on Google Maps, like there was a stimulator. I think you can still access it on Google. Like if
And
you
it's a
go to the
game?
computer, it's a stimulator. So it's like you can like press certain buttons on the keyboard to make the plane fly at a certain, and you can control when it takes off. Like it's so dope. Like it's like that literally made me like want to live that. Like it was so dope.
That is so cool.
I never knew that. I want to try that out.
Yeah, I'm like, that's gonna be my distraction game.
And I'm from Texas, so Texas is pretty hot. So I would always spend time in the library during lunch. Like I would be like, "Fuck that, bitch! I'm gonna go sit in the fresh air."
Literally.
Like I'm not gonna be running around
not gonna
getting
be here
sweaty.
suffering.
Yeah, and then be half the day smelling like a fucking pig. Girl. We ain't doing that. I'm like, "Where's the pig though? I'm hungry."
Here I am. What you mean?
I'm like, "Bitch, you're Red Riding Hood."
I'm a piggy too.
No, but I sincerely that was my dream, and then it changed as soon as I graduated. I wanted to be a speech pathologist, which is a person that helps kids that have speech disorders or speech impediments. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I really wanted to go dive into that. Either be a speech therapist or speech pathologist, which is they're the same thing, but it touches base on like, let's just say individuals that are deaf that end up getting like the cochlear implant. Like,
Oh, yes.
like
yes.
the, I don't know if you've
Yeah,
ever
So the
with
metal
the
one
thing.
that they magnetic.
So it's like they have that earpiece, and
So
then
they
it's
can
like,
help them
yeah.
hear.
Exactly, yeah. So I wanted to help those individuals that have never spoken, and then obviously guide them and all
That's
that.
so cool.
And then I also learned sign language. That's also another thing.
Wait, so you're fluent in sign language?
Not fluent.
Oh, okay.
My sign language is so crap now.
But still, you know sign language.
Yeah.
That's more
if-
than a lot of people know.
like if I meet somebody that's deaf, I could have a conversation even by spelling it out. At
No
least.
way.
Like I may not know the
The
specific way to say something or to sign it. I would still be able to like at least spell
Alphabetically.
it out. Yeah.
Oh my god. See, I honestly was gonna do I did a sign language class actually once in my life, and I did like probably like 3-4 weeks of it, but honestly it was
It's hard.
so much. No joke. Probably 8 assignments due in that whole week because it was just so much. Like American Sign Language is a lot. Like
It's
there's literally
harder
so
than-
much, and it's literally so hard. So like I was doing pretty good, but the assignments was just following me back. That unfortunately I had to drop my classes because it was just
yeah.
so much. And
Yeah,
you know I
that's-
did learn a little bit. Like I was like, "Hi, how are you? My name is," like that's where I got into.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, you know what, I can't. Like I just can't.
No, yeah, it's something that you really have to be passionate about. I took the classes for like 4 semesters.
Oh, wow. So that's a good minute.
I got up to ASL, American Sign Language, like 3 or 4 or something.
No way.
Yeah. Or 3. I think there's only up to 3.
I don't even know, but that's
I don't know,
really
girl.
good.
I ended up
But you did a
dropping
good
out.
ass amount of time to.
That was my second thing I wanted to do, and then the last thing I decided on was to be a pharmacist.
Oh my god, that is so cool.
Why did you decide to be a pharmacist like towards the end of it?
So I wasn't really captivating all of the like sign stuff. So like even though I was able to like spell out stuff, like I really wasn't like I wasn't practicing.
Yeah.
It wasn't something you were passionate for.
I spent like 2 years trying to learn it, and I still like struggled. So I was like, you know what, like
Let me try something.
I wanna like go into, but that's where I fucked up because I kind of wanted to go back into it. Like I changed to be a pharmacist, but then I last minute was like, fuck, I kind of want to go back to it. I already have the credits, I already have all that, and I feel like that's more of a like hands-on helpful route. And I feel like I'm really good at talking to people sometimes. So I feel like maybe that can not project, but like translate into into that career path. You know what I mean? And I like to help people in some ways, you know. So and and a lot of my family members also have speech impediments. So
No way. So you kind of just wanted to have like that, being able to even communicate with them and connect with them in that sense too.
now that I'm thinking about it, my little sisters, they're adopted, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're right now 10 and 11, but they were 4 and 5 when they came into our lives.
Oh, wow.
And the oldest, she struggled. Like she had no way or form of communicating. She would just kind of do like noises and gestures, and like it was pretty hard. Like I experienced her growth, you know, and I thought it was cool. Like I wanted to be able to help people like that, you know.
Well, yeah,
It
and
was
I'm
like a
sure
more
you wanted to
personal-
help her, and you were like, oh, like if I can help her, I'm sure there's a lot of more people
Yeah.
that need help. Like
because obviously that career is not just sign language. Like it's like so much more to it. And I wanted to like learn it and help her, and like even when she wasn't going to speech therapy, like I wanted to be able to like guide her and like help her out in certain ways. And I would try, like I would sit down and help her with like her homework and like stuff that I knew that was teaching her, but also like practicing her speech, you know? So that's I think a bigger reason why I went into that field and why I wanted to like pursue it at that time. But yeah, what else are we talking about?
you're like, I got so deep into it.
No, yeah,
but like,
sorry,
how was
guys, sorry.
how was your high school life? Like, you were, I mean, from the looks of it, you were intelligent, girl. Like, you had a whole last 2 brains.
Dude, AP classes and everything.
Yeah, dude, were you in AP and everything in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it? Like,
I was I
did
feel
you like being smart? Like, that's my thing.
I feel
because I know like some smart people don't like to be smart, you know, because like it's very like
I don't think like people's like intelligence level is like determines a lot of them, you know. Like, I feel like I don't even think about it like, oh, I'm smart in certain ways.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can use it to my advantage.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of skills.
Yeah.
It's skills that you use.
Yeah, and like obviously with like in the real world, like for instance, like balancing your funds. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at like balancing like where my funds go to.
That's good.
Keeping track of like my bills. I mean, there's times where like shit slides,
of
and
course.
I be getting those calls, girls, saying
you're
like,
like,
yo, you're past the due. But I'm like,
no, please.
But it's like I'm pretty like on top of that.
Yeah.
I did graduate fucking top 13 in my class.
No,
shit.
wait, that was a big
was a
deal
pretty-
though.
yeah.
Low key, when people would graduate
At
and
the
they'd be at the
time.
top, it was a huge deal. I don't know if it was like, I felt
I
like it was a
not at
huge
the
deal.
time. I was like,
It didn't. I honestly feel like a lot of it too was like a lot of my mom. My mom, like, she like pushed me to do like really well in school. She like would push me to like have really good penmanship. Like I think a lot of it came from her because she's also a teacher. So I feel like she kind of like pushed that education stuff, making sure I don't miss school, making sure like I had perfect attendance every year, like up until like maybe middle school, high school. No, high school is when I like would miss out a little bit more.
Right.
But girl, I had like perfect attendance all throughout like elementary, middle school. Like I was just forced to go to school. I was like,
and now I have to go to school.
no, yeah, I hated that. I literally hated it so much.
You hated school?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hated school too. I would ditch as much as possible. That was my favorite time.
I don't think school's just not fun. Like,
No,
Yeah.
honestly, it is. I remember, like, okay, personally, I did like school, like, for at least like my math classes, like algebra, stuff like
I
that.
like
You know
math
what
too,
I
yeah.
mean? But then it got to the point where it was like junior year and like senior year, because I always had that pressure as well from my mom, like, hey, do good, make sure you have C's and aboves. But then after it got to junior year and senior year, that's when I was like, girl, like, why have I been doing all this?
I'm like,
effort?
BFFR,
Like,
girl.
I'm over this shit. Like, can I just fucking graduated? Like, I feel like I already had senioritis when I was already in junior year.
That's crazy. No, I felt that. I was the
Right?
same. Dude, my high school year though, like switched up. Like I went from being I was in band, so I was very much like a band kid. Like I was like, but I also had like a lot of friends that were like in the social group, like socially
Like,
kind of like up
avid
there.
vibes.
But because of classes, like I would have a lot of AP classes, and a lot of like the preppy people would be in those AP classes. So, and like obviously my band friends were in there too. But I had like a little bit of variety. Like my main group of friends were usually in band, but outside of that, like I had friends that were like in cheerleading, football.
Nice.
So you were
Whatever the
very
case.
social.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
very social. You had friends with everyone.
In high school.
In you're like,
Before that though, like I was so timid when I was younger. Like when I was in elementary, I was super quiet.
what do you think that made switch up? You kind of just wanted to.
I think once I realized that like I couldn't control like people's thoughts of me. Like I couldn't like make them think I'm a certain way. Like I felt like if I was quiet, I couldn't give them a reason to like bully me or judge me or like or no, I'm gay. Like for real though, I was in the closet like all throughout that time.
So through high school, you were in the
up until my
closet.
my senior year, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
Like Billy, girl.
Sorry, Billy, didn't mean to.
How was your coming out story?
I went to a church moment with my parents, and that day my friends wanted to hang out, and I told them, hey, like fuck it, let's go to church, you know, like so random.
Why not?
I invited
There's Kiki at the church.
literally,
Drink
bro.
God's blood.
Literally, girl, I don't know why I was like, let's all go. And my friend at the time, he lied to us and said he had thyroid cancer. He literally told us like he had thyroid cancer, and
What the fuck?
I was like, okay, girl, like
I'm so sorry,
like,
let's go
I'm
pray for
sorry.
you.
I was so scared that I wanted to like make him feel he was okay, like you know, because obviously that was such a hard thing at the time.
Yeah.
And
Zbiotics for sponsoring this week's video. Let's face it, after a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. I have to make a choice. I can either have a great night or a great next day. That's until I found Zbiotics.
Ever skipped a workout because of drinks the night before? Me too! If you're committed to your healthy routine this year, you need Zbiotics.
Zbiotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic.
It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking.
Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in your gut. Ugh. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day.
Zbiotic produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down.
It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most. Just remember to drink Zbiotic before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. The first time I tried Zbiotic, I was getting ready to go to the club, and all I did was read the instructions. I drank a bottle of Zbiotics before any alcohol, and I was amazed on how I felt the next morning. And Irma, am I not right? After alcohol, I have always a really rough morning.
Every single time, but this has been your lifesaver. Go to zbiotics.com/LTP to get 15% off your first order when you use LTP at checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using our code so you can stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. Zbiotic is backed with 100% money back guaranteed, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked.
Remember to head to zbiotics.com/LTP and use the code LTP at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, Zbiotic, for sponsoring this episode.
I didn't know it was a lie though,
Right.
but still, regardless, I was like, hey, let's hang out.
Like, you wouldn't think that someone would lie about that
No,
stuff, you
at
know?
all. So I invited him to church, and I did not know he was atheist at all. Like, which I mean, there's nothing
Respectfully,
wrong.
of
Like,
course,
like
you know,
that's
but, like, if
like
he
your
knew-
preference is fine. Like everyone
Right.
has a preference. Everyone has their right to fucking believe what they want.
Exactly.
But it sucked because I had just came out to them. Like I had just came out to him like 2 weeks prior. So when he was at church, my dad ran like the teen group. Like he would like do a class like during the church time. He would like bring like everyone would go to like a room and would touch base on like I don't know, just stuff. And my friend started talking to my dad about it, and I keep saying friend, girl, you ain't my friend.
Yeah, but like
Ex-friend.
ex-friend.
I'm like, your name is Kaka.
Literally ex-friend.
Literally never acquired with never
Not
again.
important. But so then he told him like, oh, well, like, what if this, what if that? My dad's like, well, you would go to hell, like whatever. And then he was like, well, what if your son's gay? And I was like, literally
why
my
would you say that?
fucking like soul left my
Like,
body.
your pressure
bro.
just went
I
down.
kid you not, I felt like I turned white.
Wait, you were
I
there
did-
with him?
Yes, in front of maybe like 10 people.
No.
Oh, they were like in a class.
We were in a
Yeah.
class setting. Like it was like a class setting. He fucking told everybody in that little group, like, oh, what if your son is gay? And all eyes on me, bitch.
They were like-
all eyes. Literally, I was just sitting there. I didn't look at my dad and I didn't look at him. I didn't
were
look
just like,
anywhere.
what the fuck do you
I
do?
just stayed frozen. Everyone was looking at me, and then my dad eventually finally spoke after like 30 seconds of silence. Like he was like,
It
oh
was
well,
that dead
like he would go to hell. Like, and I'm like, oh shit.
That's your confirmation.
And your
then-
dad answered it. That's so crazy.
So then my dad ended up holding me back, telling me, hey, like, stay behind. And he was like, is it true? And I'm like, no, like, it's not true. Like, I obviously in the moment, I was
you
like,
had
no,
to
it's not
protect
true.
yourself.
Yeah, so then he was like, go drop him off, like, take him home, and I'll see you at home.
Yeah.
So I take them, bruh, literally, I take them home. I'm like bawling my eyes out as soon as I drop all of them off except my best friend.
Was it quiet just in the car, like when you guys were riding back home?
Yeah.
Did he even try to like?
Silence. Like I don't.
Like
I don't even
awkward
think
That
is
person
fucking
knew what they were
yeah,
doing.
I didn't want to talk to him. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to do anything. I didn't even put the music on, bitch. Like it was just dead silence. So then I dropped them off, and my best friend. I don't know if you guys saw the video where Adam.
Oh yes.
So she's been my best friend since then. She was the one that was with us also. So I was taking her home. She lived down the street from me.
Right.
I was like, I pulled up into her driveway and I'm like crying, bawling my eyes out. Like I just came out of the closet. I felt a little bit on top of the world. Like
you literally thought you could trust this person.
yeah,
with this
I felt so relieved. And then for him to take that away from me in a matter of seconds felt like such a backstab, a stab in the back, bro. Like I felt so sad. And then whatever, I wait for my parents at home. Felt like the longest 45 minutes of my life. I was pacing around the house, like just trying to like calm myself down
Compose your thoughts.
and like see what the fuck I'm gonna do, because I had never once had a conversation with my dad about it. Like never had a conversation with my mom about it.
Till
never.
this day, or is it
Yeah,
just been-
no.
Oh, okay.
That happened, and then obviously afterwards, like
okay.
other stuff happened. But
Right.
in that moment, I kid you not, I was so scared of my parents. But when they got home, my dad, he brought me to the living room. He sat me down. He was like, "Hey, what was all that about? Like, is what he's saying true?" And I'm like, kind of like I'm bi. Like I just made up a lie and said like I'm bisexual because I was too scared to say like
it's a
I'm
lie.
gay. So I told him, and he literally like went silent and turned around, went to his room, and didn't talk to me for like a month and a half.
Oh shit.
Like
must be
even if I
heartbreaking.
lived with him, he would tell my mom to tell me stuff.
No.
But okay, like I don't want you guys to think like my relationship with my dad is shitty.
No,
Like,
obviously, right.
I was obviously pretty young. He was very closed-minded. He comes from a very small town in Mexico. Like his obviously his whole life, he never was associated, knew, or like had family members that were gay, or at least openly. I don't know.
Like LGBT, anything.
He just wasn't. He was so against it that like I understood him after the fact. Like after years have passed by, and like it's like. Who am I to tell him how to think and feel? Because like I expect him to accept me and accept who I am. How could I be a hypocrite and tell him how he should think and feel? So I accepted it. I accepted the fact that he wasn't accepting about it, and I had a lot of resentment at the time. I didn't talk to him I didn't talk to him during that time, and then fast forward like a few months, he started talking to me a little by little, and then it was up until I got kicked out that I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him at all. My dad and I have such a much healthier relationship now. I think I had to go through that stuff to grow and to see certain things in certain ways, like I feel like it was very new, fresh, like gay marriage had just become a thing, so it was like a good time for me to be happy about me being gay, so I didn't really like lose sleep on like the people that accepted it or not.
Right.
So yeah, I'm very prideful of like how my story came to be, because I wasn't
Sorry.
I probably wasn't even going to be out of the closet if it wasn't for that situation. So
Oh, really?
I
So
wouldn't-
you
I
had
didn't
the
have time.
idea that you were like, if
for
I
the
have to
state.
hide forever from my family, like that's okay?
For
Or
my
not
family,
not
yes.
forever, but just like where it seems perfect.
I would have probably still been out if I moved like
With Adam.
let's just say not with that. This was way before. Like this was like way before Adam. This was like when I was in high school.
oh
Yeah,
shit!
I did.
Okay.
I started dating Adam when I was 23, so this was already 5 years after.
Oh wow.
I very much feel like if that didn't happen, I would have came out at least to like my friends.
Would have been
and
have
like
would have had
not posted about it, if that makes sense. I don't think I would have been a content creator if I didn't come out either.
Yeah, like come out.
because
yeah.
like like with social media, like
It would have
everything's
been. It would have been.
Everything's
Dude,
public.
they would have caught my. They would have
would've
clocked
clocked
me.
you out,
They would
yeah.
have clocked me the moment I fucking spoke. I'd be like, yes.
I feel like that's kind of like what I give to like at a moment you'll look at me and it's like, okay, you're a boy, and then I start talking, you're a fucking faggot.
I'm like, you said it, not me.
I'm like, you're gay as fuck. No, but like for
I'm like,
real
but you were
though.
thinking it.
You can't say that. I'm just kidding.
No,
but,
but was it hard for you to like once that situation happened with your friend? Was it hard for you to try to like trust another person or another friend to come out with?
I think it did open my eyes to like sometimes seeing like the bullshit, you know.
Right.
But I also feel like myself, I'm a very accepting person. Like I feel like I don't automatically see the bad in a person. So it sometimes backfires even to this day. Like even to this day, like I feel like I could be like hanging out and getting close to a snake and not even realize it. But I mean, obviously, like Adam is pretty good at like clocking people. So I feel like if I don't catch a vibe,
He'll
He'll be
automatically
able-
catch
he'll know.
it for you.
He's
or
like your yin to yang.
I feel like it'll be like, or vice versa. Like he'll not notice and I will. Like it just depends. Like I feel like now I'm able to at least like have somebody else's input about certain people, because obviously when I was a kid I was fucking dumb and just trusting. It's not that I trusted easily.
No, but
I
it
just
was
felt-
because I feel like it was just for me personally. I was just really gullible.
Yeah,
when I was a
me
kid.
too.
But also,
So-
it's also you guys are genuine people.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you need to find like these
Something
people are not
to-
gonna hate
yeah,
you.
we were friends. Like it wasn't like he ever did anything prior to that to give me
Right. It was
iffy
just
weird
like-
vibes. You know,
How long were you guys
Fuck.
friends?
for like maybe a year. Like it
But
wasn't a
still,
lot.
that's crazy.
But in
like-
high school, that's like a lot. Like,
no, for
like
sure.
in high school years,
it's a
you're
whole
like,
ass
yeah,
fucking
that's like-
junior year.
Yeah,
like
that's
you're
like a
right.
whole ass fucking.
That's a lot
like,
of memories
7
right there,
years,
to be
bitch. Like,
honest.
one semester could be like 3 years
Because
like,
you're
that.
seeing this person every single
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I just can't. Like I'm so glad that like I was like I had a little bit of control of it, because it's like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like that's so like that
Wait,
sucks.
can do what?
Like that I was able to like come out like with my mom telling me like, hey son, like what's going on, you know, because I've never heard an actual story like from someone that I know
Yeah.
that is like somebody came out
I'm
for
out.
me.
Yeah.
That's such a bitch ass
Yeah.
mood.
That
I would
is-
never in a lifestyle. I mean, in a lifetime.
Not lifestyle.
Well, I'm like in a lifestyle. I'm like starts outing everyone. I know. No, but like for reals though, like I just feel like that's such an asshole move, and not only that, that's such a selfish mood, because it's like you weren't thinking about your friend. That was never a friend from the start.
Yeah.
You never
As-
know what their intention was. What if this was their plan the entire time?
As much as I feel like those situations sucked, like I feel like if it wasn't for that though, I wouldn't be in like I wouldn't even be here with you guys.
Yeah, probably.
Like I sincerely 100% would not have been here with you guys.
Wow.
Because if I wouldn't have been out, I wouldn't have been comfortable to start posting on social media, and I wouldn't have met Adam, and I wouldn't have moved, and I wouldn't have moved to California, and then I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been here.
You wouldn't
and
be
met you
literally
guys.
living the life,
Yeah.
the
I would've
happiness,
not met you
literally.
guys,
You
Well,
were
that's
living
actually
happiness.
my next question is how was your transition from moving to LA from Texas? Like, was it all that you thought it was with the whole influencer
Was it a
lifestyle
different
that it
scene?
was?
Like,
Or is it completely different now that you've been in it for a good minute?
I noticed that there's like good people and bad people, but like not good. Like I don't think I waste a lot of my energy on like people that are not important to me, you know? Like I think I've learned to like take my time and use it valuably. No.
Yeah.
Valuably.
Like value my time. Sorry guys.
Best value.
No, literally
He's
like
here.
yeah, for real. I'm like, give me those deals. No, I think I value my time a lot more as I'm getting older. So I think I don't lose sleep on people. But I did notice a difference in certain things, like obviously the way that people see Hollywood, Los Angeles, like they see it so glamorous on TV.
Yeah.
And when I moved here, bitch, I'm like, girl, this is dirty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like LA is dirty.
Yeah.
And Hollywood's dirty. Like,
Yeah, it really
there's
is.
so much. Like, y'all from, I'm not trying to say don't come visit, girl.
No,
but like,
right.
like for my Texas people, from anyone that doesn't live in California, like, you sincerely have an image of how California could be, and then when you get here, girl, you be noticing all the shit. You be noticing how dirty it is.
Yeah.
You be
How
noticing
dirty people are.
no, and like I feel like people out here too are not as
How you would expect.
judgy. You know, like I
Yeah.
feel like they're not as judgy too, which is cool. Like I like that idea that there's a lot, like it's a lot more open to
Yeah.
like the gay community. It's a lot more open to people.
You just gotta feel normal here.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
everybody's just doing
Yeah.
their own thing, and it's all
in
okay.
Texas, I'm walking on eggshells. I feel, but not because look, for my Texas people listening, like I love Texas. Texas is my home. Texas is where I plan on living the rest of my life. But I can say that Texas has a lot more homophobic people than California. Like it's a given.
Do you feel that energy difference?
Yes. I've met so many people here that don't even give me the weirdest looks. They don't even think twice. Like it's so normalized here that I don't even think y'all realize it's not everywhere else. Like
Well, you know
Yeah,
what's so crazy? I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Even when we
go
went to New York
to
or,
New
like-
York or no,
New York is different.
No,
Yeah.
but like even when we go out of state, we feel normal because we're normal here.
Yeah.
So when
used
we
to it.
looked when we went to Texas this first time around, we did go to a little small like area.
Yeah, like a
So,
bar thing, no?
No. When we went to
In
not
Dallas,
you.
like in Fort Worth, right?
Oh, it was somewhere else.
No. It was somewhere
Outside
else.
of Fort Worth?
Outside. It was really like a really small town. I don't even remember what it's called.
damn.
But for Alan's sister,
I think I remember.
Yeah, and everyone was like so judgy. Everyone was looking like it was so
damn.
weird to even like talk. So I would just kind of be like,
There was-
hey boy,
yeah, I'm glad- I'm
can
glad
I get
that-
some beef jerky?
I'm glad that bitch. Not all of us are like that.
No, like I kid you not, like especially back then when we went to Texas, we had our nails done. So and not only that, like Alan was like already thinner, and like I'm not noticeably gay, but like when you put A with B, it's like B with A. It's a
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
You're gay as fuck.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Dude, people in Texas for real, like they don't even see me and Adam as like a gay couple because like I feel like it's so normalized that like people are just out in public holding hands and they're straight.
Yeah.
People would literally confuse Adam as a woman because of it. Like, and it's only because I had a beard and Adam did, and like people would just automatically put him in that gender, which is like, I guess would make it easier for us to be out, but still people would still give us ugly looks.
yeah.
That's
Like
nasty.
because obviously there are people that could tell like we're a gay couple.
Yeah.
And they feel uncomfortable.
But like I feel like it's like the older generation
It
that they
is.
would see us and they would be like,
Boomers.
"Oh yeah, literally the boomers are booming, girl."
literally.
Yeah, they fucking they'll see us and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, like they're like a straight couple."
gay.
No, they'll think we're straight because
Because they assume that
because
like
they
Adam
assume
is,
I'm a like a straight man, and they assume Adam is like
like
a woman.
a woman.
Yeah.
That just I guess has a little bit more manlier features or something.
I guess,
But nonetheless, there is a lot of homophobia. You could tell the difference when, like, if I'm talking to somebody. When I would work at this grocery store called HEB, I worked there, and I would obviously talk to a lot of people because I was a cashier, and sometimes I would notice that people would look at me and they would look at me normal when they would start putting their stuff, and then they would look at me like weird when I start talking.
Damn.
Like they could clock it. So even in Texas, I was so used to like making my voice deeper and like
Wow.
talking more like this. Like let's
way.
yeah, bro. Like I would try to talk like a bro like this, bro.
What the fuck?
I literally would not have any. I would try not to have feminine.
Because that's like like I wouldn't
tendencies.
think that's how like intense, you know, it could be. So for you guys, especially as like
Even to
gay-
this day, I sometimes it's like a defense mechanism. I'll like Adam will clock me all the time. He'll be like,
What the fuck are you doing?
You're all fucking straight." Like I'm like, no, literally, like we'll be at like the movies and we're about to get popcorn and I'll start talking to the guy just because I can tell they're straight. Like I'm like, yeah, can I get a popcorn, please? Like, hey, bro, like, you know, like he always clocks me. But
So for your transitioning over here was pretty fucking easy because like
It
you
was-
kind of just felt more
you know what?
comfortable
It
over
felt
here.
yeah,
freeing,
it's
if
it's a for sure glorious place to be.
Okay,
For
that's
me,
good. That's
yeah.
good. I'm
I
glad
love
that you're at
that.
least like liking it. But
Yeah.
other than that, how is the influencer world for you?
Yeah.
Like I know that you like say that you're not losing sleep about it, but how are you feeling about it? Do you like it?
I
Do you like the
do.
comments? Do you like the people the stress, all of the things that kind of
the
come along with
fans,
stress?
everyone, you know.
A general answer would be that I love it, but I don't love certain things. Obviously, like it just. But I think I've came to a consensus that it's like all. It comes with it, you know. Like I don't expect for people not to have an opinion and talk shit, you know.
Right.
Like everyone has a fucking
Everyone's gonna
opinion.
talk shit, girl. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure there's gonna be a few comments in this video or this audio that's gonna be like, "Oh my god, like he's so annoying." Right? I'm like, even though I'm not, I'm just kidding. No, but everyone has their opinion. But I do like the whole idea of like this new space. Like obviously the space. It never felt like it was accessible to everybody. Like as a viewer, like I would watch influencers when I was younger. Like, and I never once thought I could pick up a camera and do it. So I feel like knowing that everybody has access to it, like anybody can do it, anybody can fucking like succeed in this world, like it's such a beautiful thing. Like and honestly, like a lot of people, they kind of have this connotation to like influencers as bad people, or like when they meet them they assume that they're going to be assholes, and sometimes that could be the case, but it's not always like that. Like I mean, I feel like people forget that like, oh shit, like you could be having a bad day, or people don't realize like, yo,
We're actual humans too. Like
yes,
we have
like
emotions.
we have emotions. We are able to feel how we want to feel, and sometimes like you could be catching me at like a very bad time.
Yes.
Like I could be going through the worst of the worst, and people don't know that.
Yeah, they
but
don't.
regardless, like I feel like I enjoy like, you know, the perks that come with being an influencer, but I also don't really think about it too much.
Right.
You know, like it's like I'm just doing
like-
it.
You're just
It's a
vibing.
fun
Like
hobby.
it's fun. It's fun to do.
Yeah.
So then the question is, why did you stop posting on YouTube,
Yeah,
girl?
it's
Because
been
you started
since,
posting
like-
your first video in 2021 and your last video in 2022. You did Vlogmas for a good ass minute, and then you just stopped. Like, what's going on? Thank you to Chime for sponsoring this week's episode. Do you have a summer anthem? How does this one sound? Summertime and building credits easy.
That's the song you could be singing all summer long with the secure Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, a better way to build credit.
As in, you can build your credit score safely with everyday purchases and on-time payments.
Plus, there's no annual fee, interest, or credit check to get started.
Chime makes it super easy. No annual fees, interest, or credit check to apply.
Use it everywhere Visa credit cards are accepted.
Build credit using your own money. How easy is that?
Get paid up to 2 days earlier with a qualifying direct deposit. You can get access to your money sooner.
Fee-free overdraft with SpotMe. Overdraft up to $200 without fees with SpotMe when you set up a qualifying direct deposit. Just set up a qualifying direct deposit, sign up for SpotMe, and Chime will spot you up to your limit when you make a purchase that exceeds your balance.
Ditch the monthly fees. Chime has no monthly minimum balance or overdraft fees.
Now, Chime does have a lot of benefits, so let's go ahead and get you signed up right now. Start building your credit up. Open a Chime checking account with at least $200 qualifying direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/LTP.
That's chime.com/LTP to improve your credit.
The Chime
credit builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank and a member FDIC. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Late payment may negative impact your credit score. Results may vary.
So I stopped twice. The first time around, my sister, she had gone through like a pregnancy and she lost her baby. So I was kind of going through it a lot with that. And then I went to go visit them and I was out there for a while and I just kind of like
Lost track.
I lost like the urge to want to do it. And then I got back to it. Like it just, I don't know where it just came to me and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start posting again.
Yeah.
So I started doing it and I was posting and I was very creative with my videos and like trying to be creative with it.
Yeah.
But then I feel like it kind of like went away cuz I'm sure you guys have experienced like creator's block.
Yes.
I think everyone does.
Yeah,
like,
it's so hard.
It's
Yeah.
a thing, bro. Like sometimes you feel like an idea is dumb. Sometimes you feel like, damn, people have already done this. Like you don't know what to do. But then again, like I also am such a hypocrite because I'm saying this and I know I could take my own advice, but like I'm not. But people like, even if you're taking an idea from somebody or like recreating it in your own way, like people are gonna watch you for you, you know?
Yeah.
But I wasn't seeing that for a while. And I could tell people that, but I won't take my advice, you know? So I haven't posted and I feel like the more time that went by, the more I felt like, damn, nobody's gonna want to just keep, like nobody's gonna want to jump back in and be like,
stop.
oh, Lauro's back. And like, but I know there are people that say like, oh, I miss your videos. I miss, or when are you posting? Why haven't you posted?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, like, why do I get in my own head? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like my worst enemy, bro.
No, but I'm gonna tell you from me personally, I loved your videos. I really did, and I was
No,
like,
we did
oh my
like your
God,
video. We
like,
loved your
both
videos.
loved
You were
your
so
videos. And I was
creative
like,
with
oh
them.
my God, like
So-
I can't wait to like watch the next one. Then once I didn't see you post, I was like,
I'm
Girl,
sorry.
BFFR. I'm like, what's
It's because I sincerely, I got in my head a lot. Like,
yeah,
I very much like I didn't feel like motivated, and I felt like time would go by, and I'm like
you
I
get
can't,
to be like,
I can't just. It's because I feel like I can't just like disappear and come as I please. You know what I mean? Like it's like I wasn't like, if I'm gonna start posting again, I'm gonna start posting to post.
Yeah, because I want to, not just because I have to.
And I also wanted to perfect my craft. So I know this is kind of shitty, but it's also, I mean, I don't think of it as like, oh, like I have to do this, but I was perfecting my craft with Adam's videos. Like I started to practice, and like obviously Adam had his creative outlook on his videos, and like I felt content with just being able to make his visions come to life, and like obviously getting better with editing, obviously practicing with certain things and certain tactics, and like wanting to perfect my craft even though it wasn't mine. I felt like I still felt satisfied. You know what I mean? And like the feedback too was pretty good. Like I like to see that people were enjoying Adam's videos, so I felt like that
it kind of felt like it was your videos.
that. Yes and no. Like obviously I know it's his videos.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I felt like I was happy that people were enjoying that.
Yes, because of the like style that you were giving with your like.
And another thing too, though, I felt like a lot of the style that I put into Adam's videos, I wanted to put in my own. So I felt like I'm gonna put like his style, and I'm gonna try to like find my own. But I never filmed a video. Like I just never found something I really really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like I felt like if I didn't know what to do right then and there, I wasn't gonna know what to do the next week. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to just like pop back in and then fucking disappear for another 2 months or another month or even like a few weeks. I wanted to be consistent.
Consistent.
So yeah, as of right now, I know I'm not gonna just jump right back into it. Like as much as I can lie and say like, hey, I'm gonna post a video next week, but I'm really not. I'm not pressuring. I'm not gonna pressure myself into wanting to post if I feel like I'm not ready.
Right.
But I do love YouTube. Obviously, I have a passion for it. I love editing Adam's
You grew
videos.
up even watching just YouTube in general, so it's just like
YouTube's here to stay.
yeah,
you know?
it really is. It
And
really is.
I don't plan on ditching it forever, but I do plan on coming back hopefully within At least by next year for sure.
Well, hopefully we have those fingers
Yes,
crossed
we
because,
would
girl, we
love.
need that back. We
We
need that
really
motivation
do.
because there's a lot of people on YouTube and like we just kind of need to have some type of like different like content going on.
I miss
And that's what
so
I liked
much.
about your content. It was
Yes.
completely different and it was fun to watch.
It really was.
So it's just kind of like, I know that you can't jump right into it, but you really can.
I can.
Yeah.
You can.
I can.
You can.
I'm just
just
not gonna
that.
lie and say that I am.
Yes,
Right,
for sure, for
exactly.
sure.
No,
It takes
that's
some time.
honest.
So just expect a new video coming soon. Not tomorrow, but
You're like 2024.
for sure. Well, maybe not even 2024. Never know.
Dude, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Post something tomorrow.
Hey, fucking-
Dress up as like.
I wanna. Oh, I wanna go to Knott's Berry Farm. So.
Oh my God, we wanted to go. Let's go.
So down.
Dude, they're so good right
I
now.
heard
Did you
that
see the
it's
show?
better.
Oh, dude, there's a show. It's a strip show. And it's like Highway to Hell. I'm on a highway. And they're like watering. Girl, we need to plan that shit. I'm like to Adam right now.
I'm like, let's go.
If we don't plan that shit, it's Adam's fault.
Yeah, let's go right now.
Let's go right now to fucking Not Scary Farm. Okay, so now that we kind of had a little bit of a glimpse of your social media life, your social media life, you know, as we are in the same wagon,
Yes.
has composed of being around really big influencers.
Yeah.
And, you know, me and Irma have talked about this a lot of times where, you know, that I don't
There's
mind
like a-
saying it. I kind of like grew out of it. I'm
Right.
kind of like a shadow. Like I'm a background character.
Yeah, so I'm like I'm a fucking fly on the wall.
Yeah,
Like, that's how it is.
Yeah, we're trying to outburst to be like main character vibes,
Right.
but
I'm like, girl, in my head, I'm main character.
literally in my head we're all main character. But
Yeah.
on a serious note though, how is it like hanging around or kind of just being around very big personalities?
Yeah.
I think me being like associated as the like the boyfriend, right? Like could have like its ups and downs, but more ups, I think. Like I love the idea of like people coming up to me and be like, "Oh, I love your boyfriend's videos." Like it gives me a sense of happiness as well. Like it obviously like I knew going into this relationship. Obviously with you maybe a little different cuz you dated Alan before.
Yeah, I had.
You guys
We were
started dating?
honeymoon. What was it?
High school
High school
sweetheart.
High school sweethearts,
Yes.
yeah. So we've been together for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And you started dating Adam and
I started dating him back in 2020.
So there you go.
and this
then-
was before social media. Oh no, this was
Right when.
right when social
So
media was.
Yeah.
so Adam had already been posting I think for 3 months or so, and I joined TikTok. I didn't know anything about Adam up until like maybe 3 months into his career. So but my best friend at the time, she showed me one of Adam's videos, and then I thought it was funny. So I'm like, oh, like that's so cool. So when I made TikTok, he was one of the first ones that I followed. I think he was the first person I followed.
No way, that's
Ironically,
so cute.
ironic. Like if you go through my following list and like
He's
now
probably the
it's
first
not-
one.
No, he's not.
No, because on TikTok it shows a
It
chronological
does.
order.
It does, but I unfollowed him one time.
You were mad at him.
I'm like, girl, I'm gonna follow. No, I didn't follow him. It was an accident though, and I was so mad because I felt like later down the line I knew it was gonna be a cool story to tell. Like, look, bitch.
Like he was the first one.
But he was one of the first. Well, he was the first person I followed, and then I just saw his videos here and there. Mostly people posting him like his audio or like using his sounds,
And it was
stuff.
recognizable.
It was I just knew who he was, and I like to say his sayings sometimes, like bitch come here, like or no dude come here, like bitch you're fucking gay, like,
Yeah.
like you know I would say them, and a week into me downloading TikTok I started posting videos, but I didn't think anything of it, and I remember he liked one of my stuff, and then whatever, we started dating. So after that though, like we definitely had a lot of people like recognize him, and like I was always on the side, and at first I was very like, oh, like what do I do? Like I didn't know what to do. Like I genuinely did not know what to do. Do I get in the picture? Do I not?
Do I
used
take the picture?
I used
Yeah.
to always at the beginning, I used to always get in, and people would tell Adam like in the DMs like, why is your boyfriend always in the pictures? Like, why is he getting in? Like, or like I wanted to, like people want to take pictures with him, not with your boyfriend. So then I stopped joining the pictures. Like I never ever would get in. So then people started saying like, why doesn't he want
Like,
to
what
take
the
a
fuck do
pic?
the people want?
He's being an asshole. Like he's a fucking douchebag for not wanting to get out. I'm like, bruh, like
we have a farce.
yeah, like I didn't know what to do. I genuinely, it was a new situation for me. Like I'd never experienced that before, so I definitely was like, what do I do, you know? So then I started relying on like whether they told me. Like I was like, if they told me, or if the vibe is right, like, oh come on, like
Yeah, take
let's
a
all
picture.
take a or if they say like, oh, let's all take a picture, like
Yeah.
I obviously know my cues now to be like, hey, let me get in, let me not. Or if they don't ask me, I'll ask them, do you want me to take it? Like, because they'll be taking a selfie.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I used to also do this thing where I would like, it was already on selfie mode. So I would look at myself and I would take a picture. And then I would take a picture of them. So every time they were looking at the pictures, it would be like, what the fuck? Like all random, I'm like, you know, like all stupid.
That's so cute though. I love that.
I literally did it just recently for the first time in like over a year. And I was like a girl gave me her phone, it was on selfie mode. I'm like, this is my opportunity. And I took a picture.
And she's like, what the fuck? Why did he do that?
She probably deleted that shit so fast.
She's like, why would he do that?
I'm like, spooky season.
No, but like I feel like, you know, me and Irma have had our bite of being like the influencer boyfriend or like the influencer
the friend in the
stuff
background
like
because
that.
same thing, like I knew Alan, same thing in like high school way before, like, you know, everything was just so huge for him and his career was just skyrocketing and stuff. So like to be like in the background and being there like as like the best friend and stuff, like I don't know, it wasn't weird, but you could just like,
I feel like the label's never gonna go away.
Yeah,
like
it just really isn't.
I've came to that agreement or not agreement. I've came to that realization that like regardless, like I'm always gonna be considered like Adam's boyfriend, but I also like
you don't want
like
to be. You want to be your own person.
You very much like build your own identity online, and I feel like some people stop always saying like, oh, Adam's boyfriend. Like a lot of people started after I started posting online and like obviously posting stuff, and it like I would post relationship stuff, but I also those
Your
were where I
individuality.
didn't post relationship stuff because I wanted people to also realize like, hey, I'm my own person.
Yes.
I have my own personality.
I'm your own individual.
I'm not just a shadow. Like
Right.
I very much like even before me and Adam started dating, I've always been my own person. You know, like I've fended for myself for a lot of things. I've built my own like group of people around me. Like I like just have my own identity and like
Yes.
it's beautiful to have that ability to post online and be able to do that because people started to realize like how I really am, or like when I started posting on YouTube especially, people were able to like really get into depth with who I am. And I know YouTube is like very much you put out what you want to put out. You know what I mean? Like you have the option. But YouTube was so much more raw to me. Like I miss it. I'm gonna start posting on YouTube.
You should.
Yeah.
You should, girl.
Like
Because-
YouTube is just so freeing. I feel like YouTube is like therapy.
Yeah.
Like it's just a good way to just like express yourself, communicate with the people that like just love and support you and just to like, you know, motivate you to keep doing what you're doing. And that's why they're there for you because they love you for you.
Exactly.
And that's like just the whole like loving, and that's the thing that I kind of live for because it's just like seeing that love that people do care and the people are actually interested in my life. Like it's just
Dude,
crazy.
I'm telling you. I said this off camera, but me and Adam are fans of your content.
Oh, thank
like,
you.
I honestly, genuinely, sincerely watch your videos for you. You know what I mean? Like, and same as Danny. Like, I watch Danny's videos too. Right, you're like, no, I do watch your videos too. I'm subscribed to both of y'all.
Like,
I'm subscribed to all of y'all.
I literally know your edits are bomb.
I feel like I taught Irma really well, and
No,
I
you
like
really
the fact
did.
that Irma is able to express herself
She's
because like
taking
I
it.
love the fact that like, you know, Irma like puts on her little girly things in it, and you know her little random edits are my fave. So I like the fact that like my edits are translating to her, so it makes it very like fruity, and I love that. I love that so much.
You know what I love about Irma's content when she like tells people like, hey, if you're dealing with something, like leave that shit. Like you're in a safe space. Like it's such a relieving feeling. Like because like I feel like
I'm gonna cry.
I feel like what you say, I'm like do it. Do
right
it.
now.
I'm like
Tears are falling.
I'm like 10,000 extra views right now. I'm just kidding, guys. I really don't care about views.
Oh yeah, but no, thank you.
I do love your videos, and I love that you're like y'all are both individually like so different, but so similar to me. Like in certain ways.
I feel like we get along very, like our content is like we all like our content.
Yes,
you know what I
we
mean? And
really
we're all
do.
very like, we all look into our content and we're like, oh my God, that's so cute.
I get excited when y'all post and shit.
We're like, ooh.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be
I'm
so
obsessed with it.
Dude, but since this is a Halloween episode, we wanted to talk about our scariest interactions. I know that last year we did a couple, but we didn't talk a lot about it. But this year, since we have guests, I want to hear some fucking spooky ass stories.
What's any
Because I feel like
scary
scary stories are my favorite.
Yeah.
I just can't live without scary stories. So let's start off with you now. I want to know what's a
any
good
scary-
ass, scary ass fucking story that you know of or that you lived through.
Yeah.
Like, girl, I already said my coming out story.
You're like, that's a horror film in
That's a
itself.
horror
That was the scariest thing I've been through.
No, I bet that shit's traumatizing.
No,
for sure.
I think it's because it's hard because like I feel like I've never had like a haunted experience or like
Really?
I've never lived through like a
Paranormal.
I have a scary one.
Wait,
Ah,
I have a
really?
scary one. I have a scary one. I have a scary one.
Okay.
It's not long, but it's the scariest thing I've ever lived through.
Okay.
So when I was younger, my brother, he had like a friend that had like a Chucky doll. And this Chucky doll was like the ones that like spoke, like very like want to play, like literally you would like I think you had to press something for it to do it.
Right.
So there was a time where my brother and I like lived in the same room. Like I stayed in one twin bed in one side of the room and he had his twin bed on the other side.
Right.
So we're like basically like living in the same room. And he would always have his friends over and his friend left the Chucky doll at our house. So my brother decided to like, you know, put it away in the closet, like fucking store that hoe up in that bitch. And I was asleep in the room and my brother went to go stay at his friend's house. And I was literally just watching TV, bruh. And I kid you not, I hear this Chucky doll talk in the closet.
No.
And mind you, I know that bitch, you need to press it. Like, you need to like...
You need to hug it.
And
You
if
need to, like,
something
yeah.
was like on it, it would have pressed immediately when you put it away.
like, there was no movement. It had been sitting in there for a long ass time. Like, there's no fucking way this Chucky doll is talking to me. It's giving like... It's giving like Google, I'm not talking to you, shut up. You know, like it's giving Siri, don't talk to me, I
Like,
didn't talk to you.
Alexa,
You know?
stop.
Yeah, literally.
And what'd you do? Like,
I
you ran?
freaked out. Like I remember like muting the TV because I would sleep with the TV on, and I muted the TV and I kid you not, I heard it again, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." So I leave to my parents' room, like because their room was right next to mine. So I fucking go knocking, but they're asleep and they're like, "Go to sleep, like just go to bed."
I'm scared.
So I fucking slept on the hallway floor.
No, you did not.
I didn't want to sleep in my room.
Oh my
I
God,
would've
that's
done the same.
hella
I
fucking
would've done the
scary.
same.
No, that's scary. I would have not.
That was
would
my
not.
scariest ever experience. And I'm glad I remember that because I literally felt like I had never experienced anything before that
Are you still
or after.
Are you still scared
No,
of Chucky?
Chucky's cute.
You're like, I
He's my
love him.
baby.
Give me
He's my bestie.
He's my best friend till the end. Dude, the one thing that I remember one time, I was driving home from my mom's baby shower actually, and it was super foggy. It was October for sure, like super foggy, bitch. Like foggy to the fact like if you walk through it, like it would be like a shadow.
Like you couldn't see like 2 feet in front
No,
of you.
you couldn't. And even when you had your headlights on. So me and we were all
bitch,
driving.
I'm like, bitch, that makes it worse.
Oh, I did. Even just thinking about it.
I'm
just
like,
got me
that's
creeped
why.
out.
I'm like, that's why there's fog lights, babe.
No, I turned on the fog lights. No, not me, but like my stepdad turned on the fog lights. So like I couldn't see anything. So we were driving, right? And my mom goes, "Oh, slow down because there's someone crossing the street." My stepdad slows down, but I saw it. So then he slows down and my mom looks around and we were like, "Where's the guy? He wasn't running." And I was like, "Mom, I saw him too." And she's like, "No, I saw him too." And my step's like, "I saw him too." And we were like, "No, I think that was a fucking ghost bitch walking by." And then we just kind of never talked about it ever again.
Fuck that. You're like, I'm not bringing that energy to me.
And you know what? It was
would've
in
fucking
downtown
cried.
Anaheim, bitch. And that was a colonizing state. That was a colonizing city, bitch. Like, there's a lot of dead people from the
For
war there.
sure. You know
That's
what? That's so
fucked up.
true.
And it was in the train tracks, bitch. Oh my God.
Stop, that's even worse, bitch.
I literally would.
And it was a man. You could obviously see it was a man because it like it had the shape of
what color was he wearing again?
No, it was a figure like walking, but you could obviously see it was a man because like he had short hair. Like it was obvious he had short hair. He was walking like a suit.
Oh my god, fuck.
Dude,
no.
the Slender Man or what?
Huh?
Slender Man?
No,
God,
he wasn't
no.
that tall or
Fuck
something.
that.
He was
He
actually
looked
a
like
little
an
bulky.
average man, like a businessman going to
Say, it looks like he just ate some KFC.
Literally went on a little trip. Nah, honestly, I don't really have any like scary stories like that either. The only one that I could recall is literally when I woke up in the middle of the night at 3:00 at night. I woke up and I literally just saw a shadow like in front of me. And like I just like was just like, oh, okay, like whatever. I just went back to sleep and then I looked back and it wasn't there anymore. I was just thinking maybe it was sleep paralysis. I wasn't thinking too much of it, but that will always stay on my mind, and that's the only experience that I can recall. But like nothing crazy like happened or anything of that sort.
No,
to
yeah,
be
I'm glad,
honest.
girl. Chucky was traumatizing for me.
I bet. No, I used to
I'm
be
glad
scared
that
of Chucky.
you like him now because I have a lot of Chucky dolls in my house.
I don't think I ever like let it stay as like a reoccurring fear. I actually love scary movies.
Okay,
Yes.
us too.
I
Us too.
know.
I'm like, we should go see Saw X.
I want to see it.
You haven't seen it? Oh, dude, I want to see it. I've heard
Dude,
it's so fucking good.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I literally was gonna watch it like
We have so many
yesterday.
plans to plan.
Literally already. Yes.
We all
I'm
do it all in
excited.
one day.
Literally.
Saw us, not scary, but
Not Scary
Not Scary
Farm,
Farm.
Six Flags.
everything else.
That's
Alrighty, you guys. So this is the end of this week's episode. Muchas gracias, Lauro, for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
I love this so much. You know what? You gave me, honestly, like when I was listening to you, I feel like you gave me a very deep realization of stuff, even just with like social media alone and just like the type of person that I want to be. Because I don't know if you know, but like I have been going through like a discovery journey of myself where it's just kind of like I don't want to have my old traumas define who I am now, and I don't want to be mad anymore. I want to be happy. So when I speak to people, anything that they say, I take that forever with me.
Yeah.
I used to be very similar. Like right, we just have another segment. No, but
No,
I was the same. Like I legit like it's a growing experience, and
Yeah,
I also
for
think
sure.
it could take a lot of like being open minded about it, because I feel like I obviously had so many eras in my life where I like was mad like
For a
I
very
was
long time.
mad. Like before I met Adam, not because of that. Like I'm not saying like,
You're like, I'm mad
I'm
with
not
him.
saying it was all just Adam, but
Right.
like it was also a lot of myself that realized that, you know what, like those situations built me and molded me to who I am. And like as much as you would expect for those situations to define you, they also they
Make you who you are.
They build you strong. They make you
Stronger.
stronger,
Yeah.
bro. Like they genuinely make you stronger. Like I used to be very like, damn, like fuck my dad. Like not. If you're watching this, Dad, I'm so sorry. No,
But this is past tense.
genuinely
Don't
though,
worry.
I love him. I love him.
For
Like,
sure.
but I did have a lot of anger, and I think it took a lot of like growing up as well, like maturing, and like sometimes it's fucked up, like what certain people go through and what certain people do to certain people. You know, like it scars you.
For sure.
But-
and sometimes a lot of people, it's hard to get out of that. It defines you because it really fucking doesn't, bitch.
Look-
Nothing defines you. You define your own goddamn self. You write your own book.
So yeah, if you guys think about it, like a scar stays there forever, but it doesn't hurt like when you touch it. Like,
No,
it's like you gotta see it, like you gotta see like your situations. Yes, they're gonna be there, but they shouldn't define you or hurt you as you grow, because it's something that's already happened.
It's the perspective that you kind of take on life, and that's kind of like what I'm learning. I know that it's taking me a while.
hard.
Yes,
It's taking me a
very
while, but bitch, I'm getting there.
You will get there, bitch.
Yeah.
Like I believe in you, and I know that you are strong enough. If you're strong to take shit, you're strong enough to heal your
From it.
your demons.
Like that's the worst. The thing that I'm like trying to like get away from is like I'm not there anymore. Like, I'm not in that situation anymore. I control my life. I don't have to be with these people. I don't have to be in a negative space. I am here to protect my peace. And that's what it fucking is,
full
bitch.
control.
I have full control of it. And, you know, that's why I was so excited to film with you because, you know, we are all similar in some type of sense. Even when we're, the reason why, look.
I feel like I'm right here. I'm like, switch me. No. I feel like regardless, we're different people, but we have similar experiences.
Yes, similar experiences.
We have similar.
And every single time that we're together, we have a really genuine bond. And that's why I was like, girl, that's why he needs to be on this goddamn podcast.
No, yeah.
Because I like genuine bonds and I like people that like are genuine as fuck.
And that's the reason why, like, we have, once again, people and guests on our show. We want people who are genuine and just like that we know that we have a connection with. So it's
so happy
thank you so much for
But
being
yeah,
on here.
you guys, thank you so much for coming. Like I said,
Yes.
and don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
At Remittance XO.
At Lauro Lopez Jr.
Yes,
Don't forget to comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and the subscribe button. Y los miramos para la otra. Bye.